Hi, it's Tiny One slash Bishie, and this is day 10 of Vlogmas being recorded on December 11th. And this is actually being recorded in the morning of December 11th, not the wee hours of December 11th, like I had previously when I was trying to catch up. Only because, yesterday it was raining pretty bad, and where I work is pretty cold, and so with the cold and the wet, it was affecting me pretty badly, and so I was in a lot of pain like the last hour and a half at work. Managed to get through it, and yeah, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. Managed to get through it, got home, started to unwind, started to eat some dinner, have some leftover coffee, and I was so not feeling good, and I don't want to push my body to the point where I get sick, because I've been doing good so far. So I just decided I'm going to go ahead and take a little nap, and then by the time I took a nap, and the cold and wet was always was also affecting my roommates, and so by the time I woke up from my nap, it's like a couple hour nap, he was already asleep, and so I just kept quiet, you know, did some quiet stuff on the computer and all that, and waited to vlog until this morning when he was awake. So with all that being said, let's see what the tea for day 10 is. Also, hi Jeffrey. I goofed and I didn't take a photo of the tea for day 9, so I may have to go through vlog footage, take a screenshot, you know, a crude screenshot, and then post it on Instagram. And yes, I know I'm behind on posting those too. I will try and catch up. Ooh, yes. It's a breakfast tea, so we got New York breakfast. And again, I'm liking the yellow colors, but this year it's not blinding and horrible with the lettering. I think they learned. It makes me think that too many people complained about it. But yeah, let's see. Actually, let me just read that off screen. Even with the coloring, it looks like this will be the better way to read it. A full-bodied black tea boasting the taste of hot pancakes inspired by a perfect New York moment. Warm up the morning or sweeten your afternoon and be whisked away to the city that never sleeps. And the ingredients are black tea, cinnamon, natural and artificial flavor, and vanilla. So because it's one of the black teas, this is one of the ones I like. So let's get to steeping this. Alright, it was way too hot for me to keep wearing my Bah Humbug hat, so I just flipped my hood up because my hair is terrible. So here's what I said last year about the New York breakfast. I'm adding this to my list of breakfast teas that I really like. It's sweet tea, but not too sweet. That does remind me a bit of pancakes. It's really good, and one I'll be looking to pick up more. I can't read. I'm too tired. I'll be looking to pick up more of. So we got that, and I took photos this time, so I'm happy about that. Let's see. And I have one of my favorite cups. Unfortunately, the letters are starting to fade off. I think I've said this in previous videos that was showing it, but it's still cute. And if you can look in the background, I have my skull. I have my cute little Undertale handmade ghost plushies that Sugar Cube Darling made for me. And then, of course, there's Tibbers with his dress that one of my other friends made for me. Then we got Grell. And then we got Ronnie, which Kitty Bear Cosplay made for me. And then with his hair in front of his face is a Jadar. So, yeah. I'm starting to slowly get my background interesting. Very, very good. Okay. So, I know I said this before, but if you do watch my videos, please, please send me topics to talk to about, questions, that sort of thing. Because I'm running out of things to think about. But one of the things I do want to talk about with ALA approaching, I know I talked about the ribbons, but I also want to talk about cosplays. And a couple months back, I actually had to redo my I shouldn't say have to. I redid my cosplay page because the Junk Boy and I kind of dissolved Magical Cosplay Duel. And, I mean, like I said, it was mutual. He was moving away. We wouldn't be cosplaying together. We actually hadn't been cosplaying for a while. But I kind of kept it up, thinking that at some point we would cosplay again and get photos and everything. And it just didn't happen. It kept not happening. And then with him moving away, it was like, there's no point. You know, there's kind of no point to keep it. I did not like how I had a pointy head. So I asked him, I said, do you want to keep the page or do you want me to dissolve it to my own thing? Because I already had the Tiny 1/Bishie page, but I had some cosplay on there, but I solely made it so that I could retweet or share my YouTube videos that weren't cosplay related. And I was still sharing my cosplay stuff when I posted it on Magical Cosplay Duel. And he said, yeah, go ahead and dissolve it. So that's why I now have my own page, Tiny Bishie Cosplays. And I've slowly been, here, let's look at it real quick. I've slowly been trying to post comment on it. Content, not comments. Oh my god. So some of the first pictures that I posted were from, and I went way back because I wanted to show my cosplay journey all the way back from when I started and then up to the present. I know it's going to take a bit with the amount of photos that I have, but at least people can start seeing the progress of me in cosplay photos, as well as my cosplays, makeup, that sort of stuff, or lack of makeup. So, let's see, when was this first posted? So, I first started posting photos in my new page 4 months ago. And so, since then, I have photos, or I have albums of Sac Anime Winter 2013, Sac Anime Summer 2013. I'm working on Sac Anime Winter 2014, and I've done cosplay gathering photos for, because I didn't start going to gatherings until 2015, and so I have photos from that start February 21st, 2015, all the way to the photos I'm currently working on, which is July 25th. And the July 25th ones were ones of my birthday that I did. And there's 3 different gatherings I attended. The first gathering is when I was Yuno Gasai from Future Diary. I'm sorry. totally had a brain fart. In her black dress, something that I want to wear again, but I have gained some weight since then, so I had to re-buy her dress, as well as her schoolgirl outfit. And then there are other costumes I want to do for Yuno that I'll get further down the line. Then was the second gathering was my my Sith. The first time I did my Star Wars Sith OC, and I had a lot of fun with it. I got some really good shots that I'm real happy with. And then the gathering that I'm currently working on uploading photos was actually a very belated birthday / cosplay gathering that I attended as Akashi from Kuroko no Basket, also known as the basketball that Kuroko plays. And I'm currently uploading photos of that cosplay of Sacramento took of me. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to formulate my sentences. And it was really cool because we got to shoot on an actual basketball court at the park. And it just so happened that some guys were there doing, playing a game. And so in between shots, because they were running from one side of the court to the other, so when they were on the other side of the court, we would get some shots by the hoop and all that real quick before they came running back and trampled me. So it was pretty fun. And then it's just, all the memories and such that I have, like the first time I cosplayed is, I didn't post that many photos because a lot of photos didn't come out that good because I didn't have that good of a camera on my phone. But I do remember cosplaying as Gaara. I want to redo Gaara, but a different outfit from Naruto. I cosplayed Hidan, and I only have one photo of the Hidan because a lot of the other photos didn't come out very good. But I've since done Hidan, and I enjoy it, and I have other ideas for that character too. Photos I did not post of were my Itachi because they didn't come out at all good. And now that I have more knowledge under my belt, I want to redo Itachi. And especially getting like the undershirt and all that. Now for Summer Sack Anime, that was a bad con. For those who've heard my story, it was just miserable the time I did Junior Grell. I didn't know what I was doing. I tried, and people just ignored me. It was a very horrible experience. And didn't want to interact with me when I tried to interact with them, that sort of stuff. And I actually wanted to quit, but I pushed on, and I'm glad I pushed on. So I don't have that many photos, but I do have some of my ball Alois, which I want to redo, but that's kind of expensive cosplay that I have to rebuy because I lost some of the pieces, and plus sizing and all that stuff. So that's going to be in the future. Plus I have a better wig now. I want to do Junior Grell again because Junior Grell is... Not many people have seen Junior Grells, and when you see Junior Grells or Junior Williams, which I've seen a few of them, it's a treat if you know what the character is, like when I've cosplayed Alan Humphreys. Not many people know about the musicals, but when they see an Alan cosplayer, they just get so happy because it's one of those rare costumes. And then with the the SAC Anime Winter 2014, I can't believe I wore Lelouch / Zero once. I thought I had worn him more than once, but I didn't. And I want to wear him again. But again, that's another costume I have to rebuy. I think what I'm going to do first is buy his school outfit. Because I think I still have his wig. I'm not quite sure if the Junk Boy got that for one of his cosplays. But, yeah, I want to redo Lelouch. And then, when I finally get Zero's helmet, then I'll redo Zero. Some of the other characters, I want to redo Jeff the Killer. Here's the thing. Myself and the Junk Boy have different skin types. And it's frustrating. Because when he's done Jeff the Killer, his makeup stays on perfect all day. Even though he's allergic to the red that he has to do for the mouth and the blood. But when I do Jeff's makeup, it flakes, it looks horrible, and I think it's because I have dry skin and he doesn't. So and he's tried to do it on me several times, and it just comes out looking horrible after a bit. So now I have to find my own routine to do beforehand to prep my skin to put the whites on my face, because everything else is fine. It's just the white that's just nopes off my face. So yeah, I want to redo Jeff. I figured out a way for me to personally do the smile, so at least there's that. It's just figuring out the white is what I'm currently having an issue with. And one of my chip bags was in the corner. And then, of course, Izaya. I love doing Izaya. There are some alts for Izaya that I do want to do. Like, there's one where he's wearing a kimono, and it looks really pretty and elegant. I want to do Ropey, which is where he's on the red. And then there's one where I think it's called V or Virus, where he's got headphones and all that. It's really cool alt outfits that I want to do for the character. And then, of course, Izaya himself. I've since sold the jacket, and so I need to rebuy a new jacket. Hopefully this time I can get one with the proper colored fur, because that was bothering me for the longest time. But after I bought the jacket, stuff kept coming up, and I wasn't able to rebuy it for this reason or that reason. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm going to try to be Izaya for this ALA. It's not Thin Stone. It's just something I want to do, because it's a fun costume. I'm probably not going to bring the helmet, because the helmet is really cumbersome. And my plan is to have quite a bit of ribbons, as I talked about before. So I can't be trying to juggle ribbons and the helmets, and I don't want to drop it and break it and that sort of thing. Especially since that type of helmet is kind of expensive. I got it on a discount because it was from a friend. It was from one of his commissions that the commissioner just said, no, never mind, after he finished the thing, you know, the helmet, so he just had it there. And he knew I was doing Izaya, so he's like, here, excuse me, I'll toss in the helmet for an additional 20 bucks. So he lost money, and I feel bad, but at least he was able to get rid of the helmets, and I've been enjoying it. So those are my current, like, my little walks down memory lane that I've been doing with my cosplay page on Facebook. I almost said YouTube. So yeah, if you could go and, you know, check out my photos, give me a like, I greatly appreciate it. Tiny Bishie Cosplays, link link, as always, is in the description below. So anyways, that's going to be all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy. I'll try and wake up a little bit more before work. And I'll talk to y'all later for day 11, hopefully on time, of Vlogmas. I don't know, it's raining again, so we'll see. Bye.